student is residing in another state, when they take the course, then it's your responsibility to know that as an institution and to act accordingly. And so for us, that might mean, for example, students who signed up for summer classes, they might be an on-campus student here, but they signed up for a distance education summer class, and they went back to their home state to take that class. When they're residing in that state, we have to be authorized if we're going to serve them while they reside in that state. And it is a thing that you have to monitor. Having said that, I have never heard of anyone being penalized so long as at the date of registration you have confirmed where they live and you have a system in place for monitoring, which means that you ask students when they register, where do they live, what state do they reside in, that you ask them when you send them a transcript, that you're actively monitoring that. If you're not asking for that information, then that is when you would run into problems. So it is definitely something you want to be aware of. There's also a lot of conversation about military students. So a military student, has the right to say that they're a resident of almost any state. So they might be a permanent resident in the state of Florida, but they might be stationed in another state, and they can claim either state as their state of residence. There hasn't been a lot of clarification from the Department of Education or from states about how they're going to choose to regulate that. And so my best advice is that you go with the students where they reside, where they physically are present at the moment, because it's very much around this idea of, most regulations are centered on this idea of